Hey, hold on. Hold on. Hey, kids. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Am I dressed? Yeah. Okay, kids. Welcome back to Guitar Quackery. Guitar Quackery Live. Guitar Quackery is this space. Guitar Quackery Live is this channel. But Guitar Quackery is also another channel. Keep that in mind. So this is the Guitar Quackery Live channel, live streaming channel. Not to be confused with Guitar Quackery without the word live in its title, which is the regular channel, the main channel. Okay, we have an interesting project. So sorry, I've been kind of away. Not really. Oh, so live streaming. I'm about to send a link. Copy and paste. I'm copying. Now I'm going to paste a link to the customer, to the owner of this guitar, that guitar. Okay, let's see. Where is he? I got so many people in my chat. Okay, type his name. Boom. And copy and paste. Okay, just like that. Whoop, and it goes out. That's it. We are going to continue with this project, obviously. This is why we're here. Today was a busy day. Yesterday was a busy day. Had a lot of appointments. Oh, there is one audience member. Welcome. Busy. This was used a lot today, right? That's good. So the guitar is there. I am going to keep the guitar in the case for now. Let's talk about the saddle. Oh, let's talk about this book first. Oh, here's the camera. I haven't been doing any live streaming in a few days or videos, but been very busy. Like I said, I don't live stream every guitar that I put on this bench. You know, I got to make a thumbnail, I got to write a description, all that. So that all takes time. And I got to talk and talk while I work. So the talking is kind of not my thing. Not really. Some people can just talk and talk all day. I can't. So what's up with this camera? Oh, here. The picture's cutting in and out. Okay. Yeah, something's been buggy with this connection to this camera. But this book, here it is. Well, I guess I could show you an overhead view. That's the book. So C.F. Martin, a repair guide. And I, like to just have a quick peek at this book before working on a vintage Martin. Here we see saddles. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the type of saddle that we are working on today. So this is a hold on, I thought the drop-in saddle was this one. Here it says drop-in long saddle. That's not a drop-in saddle. Okay. Yeah, so, we're dealing with a long saddle. So I made it. This is kind of like half finished now, or more than half. The X here is the base side of the saddle. You can kind of see what's left of the pencil line. Are we in autofocus? No. Right there, right? So it's a little bit oversized. We're gonna have to shave it more. It's also very kind of, you know, flat on top. So we need to round off the back for sure, because the strings are gonna come up very, there's gonna be a significant break angle. Okay. So this is a book I recommend if you do want to work on Martin guitars. I put a link in the description, Amazon affiliate link, which means I get paid a little bit at no extra cost to you. Yeah. So, you know, just a quick peek at the book before I do too much work isn't a bad idea. It's just part of the job. Okay, now I have here a heavy duty vise, and here I have a small vise, and I need both because I'm going to set up a little jig so that I can do some sanding and filing. So the big vise is just a paperweight. Like that. And I put the saddle here. Oh. Okay. So this is the base side, okay? So the bridge pins are behind on that side, will be behind, and I need to file like this, okay? The whole edge, rear edge, is going to be not a very tall saddle, right? So, you know, we are trying to avoid a neck reset on this. It was a, you know, a close call, I guess. A neck reset technically would be a good thing, but that would even increase the break angle of the strings even more. I'll show you the guitar later, unless you've been following this and you already know. So let's put it this way. I'm just going to start with this file a little bit. So this is the StewMac repair vise. So it allows me to file it in this direction, like this. Okay. Because of the shape of the two jaws. I just want to do a little bit of a kind of preliminary work because we're not sure if this is the correct height. Like I said, I am keeping it a little bit oversized. Okay. And now the other side is the front of the saddle. I'm going to round that off as well a little bit. All right. Maybe that's good enough for now. It's not completely rounded off. Like I said, I'm keeping it slightly oversized for now. And the two corners are also oversized. So what happens next is I need to, let me put the vise away. I need to put the guitar on the bench and see how it fits. And then we'll do our adjustments. The saddle will need to be fitted and removed a few times. So, in order to keep the strings at full tension, this is the humidifier, I did place a temporary saddle in the slot. So when I work on guitars and I need to replace the saddles, I almost always keep the old saddle because I never know if I need it for like a placeholder kind of thing. And here it is, as you can see. So I just put a regular drop-in saddle there, and you know that's kind of about the height anyway. And now I'm just going to remove the strings. Let's put the guitar here. I'm not going to remove the string. I'm going to loosen the strings. We fixed the tuners on this guitar as well. I already did a lot of work on this guitar. This is episode number 10 on this playlist. And I still haven't polished the frets. Right. Not yet. Okay. Now, standard procedure. We just put a capo here. And remove the bridge pins. I bought set bridge pins for this guitar, non-slotted, ebony, I believe. Yeah, ebony. Okay. There you go. Okay. And now, where's that saddle? Here it is. The X is the bass side. We place it in. As you can see, it's very low. But we want to reduce a little bit of this break angle, right? And that's one of the reasons why we are avoiding a neck reset. So now I'm going to put the strings back in and then tune the guitar. Here I'm using a set of sacrificial strings. You know, I just noticed I could loosen the strings just a little bit more. It's gonna help. What was I saying? This is a set of sacrificial strings for all the testing, because we might break a string with all this back and forth business, and I just don't want to break an expensive string, so we just use a cheaper set of strings for the business part of the business. So this is not going to be a quick job to adjust this saddle. When you have a conventional drop-in saddle, it's easier. You just need to shave the bottom. Here we need to shave the top. So let's do this. I was discussing with the customer the possibility that we might want to put 11 gauge strings because it's an old guitar. So that's a possibility. We'll see. Let's see how everything goes. Let's see what the soundboard deflection is like with the 12s on, and what the relief is like, because this is an old Martin. We don't have a truss rod. Sorry, I don't narrate every move I make. I think the action's just maybe a touch higher than it's gonna be. We cannot adjust the truss rod because there is no truss rod. So we are at 85 1/1000th of an inch on the treble side. And we are at 115 on the bass side. So standard would be 80 on the treble side, 100 1/1000th of an inch on the bass side. The common accepted standard. This is 85, and maybe more than 85, and maybe more like 88-ish. but I also see a little bit of arching on this string. Let me show you. So this can give us maybe a slightly false reading right here. You can see that the string is arching, right? So we need to maybe push it down because it's been used on a slightly taller saddle. Yeah, another thing that I'm seeing that I don't like, and I don't think you can see from here, so why don't I put the camera up? You're gonna have to kind of have a closer look at the bridge plate. I hope we don't need to fix it. The bridge plate is on the inside of the guitar. But here is a detail that we don't like to see. Where's my pointy thing to point with? Hold on. I reorganized my bench a little bit. I think I put it here. Oh, come on. Where is it? Okay, I'll point with something else. How about this? We see the this thick part of the string. This is not really a good sign when this is showing on the outside. This means, and here as well, and here as well here. This means that the string ball end of the string is kind of sunken into the bridge plate. Now this is a slotted bridge with slotted holes. So if they slotted the holes too wide, I can see how that would happen. We don't want to fix the bridge plate if we don't need to do it. And that's because that is kind of a concern about the guitar value, I heard, when you need to replace the bridge plate or if you do any kind of work to the bridge plate. So I don't really want to do it. Yeah, let me think about this. Okay. And I just kind of forgot what the relief was on this guitar. So let's measure it. So guitar was at full string tension, you know, for quite a few days. So whatever measurement we take now is an accurate measurement of the relief. Okay. Because the guitar settled into its final state at full string tension. Oh yeah, I remember. Just a small relief, almost nothing. So 3/1000ths of an inch here, and on the other side, I think 2/1000ths. Exactly. All right, so minimal relief. So in that case, we want to keep 12 gauge strings on because we don't want to lose that relief. And what did I say it was 88 or so here and 115 on the other side? It's about 85 or 88, I don't know. It's hard to tell. And yeah, 115-ish, 110-ish. So we just need to shave the saddle a little bit more. And then we got more work to do on the saddle. But in terms of height, that should be it. We can always shave the top a little bit at some later time as well. Okay. It's already a saddle that isn't too tall, so I don't want to overdo it just yet. Okay, so let's remove the strings and work on the saddle. I pretty much want to finish of the top of the saddle, because I don't want to be putting it on and off too many times because of efficiency. All right. Where's my capo? Yeah, that's a little bit of a concern. I'm going to I'm very careful with my watch so that I don't damage the sound hole. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell by feel. But again, there's nothing I can do about it without fixing it. I mean, technically, you can add a plate on the inside with 6 holes in the plate, like a brass plate. I don't really recommend that. Yeah, let me think about it. It's a pretty tight saddle. So that's that. And now I can put the guitar in the case, but I just realized that in that case, I should use this capo. Okay, come on. Clearly, because otherwise I would not be able to close the case. Okay, so the guitar will be here for a few minutes. And let's do some more sanding and filing. So now we also need a caliper. And we'll mark off. So I can see a witness point from the string. So, you know, about here and about here. Okay? And now I measure this height and we're going to reshape it. And I believe it was a 15-inch radius, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it 16? So we need to maintain that radius. There it is. Okay. All right, so on this side, on the treble side, it should come down by 10 1/1000ths of an inch. And on this side, so when I say by 115, so down to 100, so 30 1/1000ths of an inch. So here we have a height of 200 1/1000ths. You know, I should start writing things down because my brain doesn't work the way it used to. Oh, here, I have a clipboard right here. Here's my work order that I couldn't find. Like, you know what I tell you about my brain? Yeah, okay. Well, now it's here. Bear with me. I've been working all day. I like to recycle paper, so use the other side. Hi. I'm back at the workbench. How about this? No. If I do it for you, for the camera, I should use this. Okay, so we have like this. The saddle. Height. Here, this height, and this height. From here to here. From here to here. So now we have about 200 1/1000ths of an inch. Yeah, about right. Again, if I take a measurement a little bit inside or outside, it's gonna, so it's about 200 1/1000ths of an inch. So this is our starting point, 200. And we want to go down by, what did I say? 30, right? So we want to bring it down to 170. Now here, our starting measurement is around 175. Okay? And we're going to bring it down by 10. So about 165 is where we want to end up. Okay? Measure twice, cut once. Oh, great. You see, my caliper actually snaps right into that little witness point that the string made. It's actually 192. I'm going to call it 195. Okay? And then by 30 is going to be 165. 1/1000ths of an inch. The height here is this much. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, about right. Okay, so an important point to make here. It took a lot of work to get to this point, right? So now we need to be slowing down more and more as we are finishing. Because if we race through this, we might make a mistake. Then we need to start from scratch. And from scratch means like that. I don't want to go back to that on this project. Yeah. All right. So let's use this file. Okay. The corners, gotta be careful. And here I can draw a line. Okay, is that in focus? You want it out of focus or in focus? A line like that. This way we can see where we're removing material. So, I hope this doesn't take too long. But we just need to keep checking the measurement. Oh, what am I doing? See what I tell you about my brain? It isn't what it used to be. Well, are we there yet? Looks like we might be. It says 165. Now here I barely touched it. So we're still at around 195 on the base side. So I can actually see how it's really flat here on this side. And here it's still kind of curved. All right. You can see that I'm using the fine, not the coarse side. This doesn't cut too well through bone. The fine side does. Interesting. And I'm trying to maintain a radius, right? And basically bring down the entire radius all at once. We might need to adjust the radius a little bit. 185. Okay. We are getting there. Let's clean the file. So it's very important how you hold the file, and your body posture is important to control it. As you can see, I'm spending more time on the base side than I am in the middle or at the tip, not at all, right? So we're also going to lightly shave the bridge. $165, okay. So it really depends where I measure. 174-ish. Let me check the radius. Okay, so here I need to do an adjustment to keep the radius matched. Right in this corner here. I need to take down some material here. So I mark off the entire length so that I can take some material off of here. Like that. And now do the whole thing. $170. $169. I think I'm going to stop here for now, because we can always shave off more. And now let's work on the back. Maybe I can use this file instead of the little one. I don't know. Let's see. At least for part of the job I can. Now here, once again, it's actually a good idea to mark off the entire top of the saddle. Okay. Eventually we'll do a little bit of sanding as well, but not just yet. Okay. And now this is the front. So this is a good design, but it could be better because I'm still hitting this part. All right. It would be easier if we had a taller saddle, which we don't under the circumstances. So for now, it's okay to keep it like this. And let's clean up a little bit, and let's place it on the guitar. Okay. So, more work with these saddles. So I'm not going to restring the guitar now. We're going to work on the two sides of the saddle. Okay. It's barely going to stick out, which is why we'll shave the bridge a little bit. It's not the only reason why we'll shave the bridge. So this bridge has been shaved before, which is why the saddle slot was not deep enough at all, not even close. And this is why it's rounded off like this. So we need to just reshape it a little bit, make it a little bit better. But as you can see, it's barely above the bridge. And we need to shave the saddle while fitted on the bridge, on the sides. We need to find the right spot first. And this is how it's going to match, right? So I'm going to need to protect the guitar. And we'll just put some, you know, if I have, yeah, something like this. I have cardboard. Let's see. So you are watching a live stream, and this is how things happen in the shop. I need to think. Or I could just put paper. I'll be careful. The cardboard is a little bit too thick. I do have a whole bunch of paper. $5% off from Staples. Whatever promotion they're trying to sell. Okay. I can work with this. So just like this, let's just use this straight edge. Eyeballing it, right? Obviously. And take a measurement with my thumb here, about here. And I'll cut through this whole thing with a blade. Right here on the guitar. Or I have a better idea. I could even use a scrap piece. How about that? Why not? This way I don't damage the finish. Not a bad idea. You see? All right. This blade is dull. Do I have another one? I do. Okay. Where's my phone? I guess so you can see what I'm doing. So I cut these two, and now I cut this. Perfect. And now I need to wrap sandpaper around something, around the cylinder. And, you know, I have this here. I was actually thinking about this before. You know, I do have the toxic chemical inside, but it's sealed. And even if it spills, it's actually used to clean guitars. So it's fine. So I'm just going to wrap a little bit of sandpaper around this. And I'll be able to work on this corner first, but we don't want the saddle to move, right? So I'm going to tape it down as well. So why don't we do that? Which tape to use? Good question. So let's first use this tape. For this okay. So this is the non-stick, a very delicate surface tape, right? It's the stickiness of a Post-it note, so we don't damage the finish. And I'll put some tape all around, I guess. It seems like I need to buy more tape. Yeah. Okay, and then I will put some other tape, maybe this tape. I don't know, I just need to use my best judgment about this. Here? Yeah, I think so. And I'll put one more piece here. Okay, so now this holds the saddle in place. And now I'll be able to use this wrapped in sandpaper, right, to adjust this corner. So let's remove the label. And I do have a few grits of sandpaper. I feel like 220 should work well. Okay, no problem. Like that. And just cut it. I think this should work. We will soon find out. And like I said, there's no danger. Even if this liquid spills, it is what I would use to clean this finish anyway. It's not going to damage the finish if it does spill, which it shouldn't. Right now, I don't want to be transferring the fluid into another container. Yeah, so this is going to take a while. And I think I want to tape off the surrounding area because it is sticking out a little bit. And I want to be focusing on the bone. So let's protect the surrounding area. Until we hit this height. I guess. Let's see. And once again, we can do this so that we see exactly how we're removing material. Let's check the other side. It's fine. I don't think it's exactly in the center. No, it's better, I think. Yeah. All right. So, wish me luck. We might need to change this tape. You see it's chipping. All right, we got to be careful. Which is why I don't want to use anything really coarse. That's 220 grit, P220. So retrofitting this type of saddle is challenging, right? And glass is good because obviously is hard, no flexing. Let's use a different spot. So it's not a big deal that this corner and this one also chipped off because they're still protruding. Okay. So let's just be careful. This cannot be rushed. And I want to also point out the fact that this is going at an angle like this, right? Not like this, but like this. So I'm hitting through the paper here. A little bit is no big deal, but I might as well change this. How about this? And once I start hitting the paper here, we'll need to continue without the paper. The tape, I mean. It is paper. So the technique is, I'm guiding like this, and this is also against the body of the guitar so that I keep it as steady as possible. It's getting really close now. I can still feel the protrusion. I'm already scratching this paper, obviously. And here I started to scratch. So this could be an area that's a little bit caved in. And, it might be necessary to adjust the entire surface. I'm not sure yet. So the saddle that was there before was not the original one, was pretty terrible. And now you can see that this isn't an easy thing to do. It requires some planning and patience. Whatever. Okay. Make sure it's seated first, that it's hugging the contour. And this is when I find the position of my fingers. We want it to be completely smooth to the touch. It's not there yet. This seems to be the correct diameter. We're lucky. I was racking my brain about what I'm going to use. I did go through a few options off camera before the live stream, and I kind of settled on this. This is almost completely smooth now. It's smooth. I can't feel anything. All right, so now it's okay for now. Now we do the same on the other side. Am I going to be able to reach from here? So I can put this tape here just to hold the saddle. This tape needs to be moved a little bit. Okay, so this was tilted at this angle, and the other side is tilted like that, right? Like that. So let me see. Let me see how this feels. Okay, I think this side was easier to work on. And also because the saddle is at an angle, we have less material here on the side of the bridge to put the tape against. It's still protruding. All right. Now I made the saddle on a disc sander at the fabrication shop, which I like to call the Quackery Lab. And hopefully the fabrication shop will be back in business as soon as I'm done with all the construction work that's taking place right now in it, which I'm doing all by myself. Okay, so let's protect this part. And now we can get closer to this. This is not quite flush yet. I can still feel a little protrusion. You see? It's getting caught. But we are very, very close. All right. I think it's time to remove the tape, maybe. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit longer. Feels better and better with each pass. Almost there. I think that's it. Okay. Completely smooth. All right. So that's good, I think. See, it's not getting caught anymore. Or just a little bit, maybe. Okay. Okay, it seems to be completely flush on both sides. All right. Now, almost feel like I need a mental break from this, but I do need to shave the top of the bridge a little bit. I'm going to use just a small sanding block, nothing special. How about this? Yeah. Okay, this is a piece of acrylic. It's already got some sandpaper attached to it. Now I can't remember which grit this is. This is a fine, I think it's 320. Now we can remove the saddle completely. So we just want to make a small adjustment. We want to be conservative. So a small adjustment to the top of the bridge, especially on the base side. And maybe try to sharpen these corners a little bit. Again, less work is better. So now this slides out, and these two corners are super sharp and fragile, right? This is bone. So we need to be very careful how we handle this from now on when it's not installed. So here it is. And now let's see if I can just do this. We don't want to shave it too much anyway, because that would reduce the anchor, you know, the depth of the saddle. So, saddle slot. Okay. I'm mainly concerned about the base side, because the saddle is so low. When the string vibrates, we don't want it to hit the bridge, basically. And as you can see, we are getting a better edge here. You can clearly see now how this was rounded off before. We still have an edge that's a bit round. You know, this is interesting. I kind of feel like I want to document it a little bit for prosperity. Let's put this away. It'll just take a minute. I can even do the work here, I guess. I don't see why not. Let's have a look at this. You can see how it's rounded off right there. So now when I shave it, it's still kind of round, right? I'm gonna leave it a little bit rounded off, but it's gonna look more, you know, like it's gonna have a more defined contour, like almost straight and straight, right? Coming together and then rounded off, so it's not exactly sharp, but it's gonna look more defined. I don't want to shave the back too much. I think this already looks better. Now, you can see that the wood grain is going in this direction, but the scratches are going in this direction like this. So what we can simply do is we finish it off like this. Even like this, I guess. So yeah, so we don't want this edge to be super sharp. You know, we do want to maintain the appearance of an older guitar. But we had to shave the bridge, so now let's see what happens when we put the saddle in. Once again, we have the bass side marked off. I think we might need to shave off more from the front. So one test we can do is with any kind of straight edge, we place it here, and we see that it's still pointing upwards. Just this front, if we project like this, it's still pointing up. Here, not so much, you see? So we want to take off some material from here, more. Right from there. I'm not hitting the back. I wonder if I should put 220 grit just to remove more material quicker. Maybe yeah, I'll put it on this side. This way it'll be a two-sided thing. Hold on. Like that. So my hands right now are dusty. I don't want to touch the self-adhesive surface. All right, we're good. Okay, back to work. More of a defined corner now. So the whole approach here is we do as little as possible, but as much as needed. And I think yeah, let's put the saddle back on. I mean, it's better. I don't think the string will be hitting the bridge. Okay? You can see how this edge is more defined than here. So we'll round it off just a little bit, just to blend it better. Here we also have a little bit of a flat surface. So now we can do this blending, I guess, which I will do with a fine grit. We want the front of the bridge to be rounded off anyway. Okay. Scratch removal now. And the question is, what do we do about the other side? Maybe adding a little bit of a definition to this edge here wouldn't be bad. Okay. Why don't I put the guitar here? I don't think I need a microscope for this. And I also need just, you know, some sandpaper, like the regular sandpaper. So this is a 320. It's 400 grit now. So here I just want to go over everything with 400 grit so that it all looks uniformed. I'm careful not to round off the that edge here, right? And I don't want to lower this surface. I'm just removing the scratches, because if I lower the surface, it's not going to match the saddle. And I'm not going to use any grit any finer than 400 grit. It's not like they went through all micro mesh grits at the factory at the time anyway. The front edge should be round, like on all bridges. Let's see. See what we got. I'm inhaling this. And you know, I think I can just sand off all the scratches here as well. Very careful with the corners. Nice and smooth. Okay, that was 400 grit. So now I just take a little bit of 600 grit. Smooth it out. And I do want to do the two sides just a little bit. You know, it's so risky. I'm not even going to do it. No, I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, now hopefully we can just fit the saddle. So now we can remove this. we have the X here for the base side, and it goes right in. Okay. Okay. Now what happens next? Well, we have a set of brand new bridge pins for this. So these are the plastic pins, which are not the original ones. So we'll never find the original pins. Oh, let me put the sandpaper away. And let me see. Did I put the new bridge pins in the case? Yes. Here they are. We are getting there. So this is quite intense. We are also going to oil the bridge, obviously, with a little bit of coconut oil. Now it looks very dull, like this. And here we have the ebony bridge pins. So we did get a replacement set because one of them was defective. So let's just place them in like this for now. Here's the defective one. Okay, the collar was cut too short. Okay, so we have the new replacement set. Oh, come on. Yeah, sorry. Which means we have a few extra ones in case another one is defective, whatever. Which isn't the case. So this one is just right. This one almost. So now we need to do a little bit of reaming. That's a risky job. So what's a reamer? Yeah. So this is a reamer. This is one of them. This is also a reamer. This one is actually better, a better one. It's also more expensive. Well, I have both. I've done plenty of jobs with this one. So as long as these are sharp, they will do the job. But this is much better. So let's use the expensive one, right? No brainer. Once again, I'm going to place our protection here on the soundboard. That is the reamer. So I'm looking at the pins. They don't want, you know, they should be sticking out a little bit. So this one is the highest one. So let's adjust this one first. That's the B string. But before we adjust it, we want to know if this one also rides high when we put it there. Just to make sure that it is the hole and not the pin. Yeah. Okay. So now is very important. This can cut very quickly. Now this is the safe edge on this side, and then it's got 3 blades, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. So we just go like this. Let's reverse it first, just to get a feel for it. And now, one thing for sure, I don't want to be pushing down when I do this. I just want to make, you know, one turn without pushing at all. So the inside was not a straight cone. It was more like this. So I removed a little bit of material to make it more into a straight cone. And now I try. I like the feel of this better. So in other words, the pin was wobbly before, right? In the worst case scenario, we need to use oversized pins. These are not oversized. I don't believe so. See how this is wobbly? It shouldn't be, right? But we're not going to get it completely straight. If we do that, then definitely we'll need to use oversized pins. Much better. I like how it grips now. This is good. Okay, now let me feel this one. Okay, so it rides a little high. See how it's wobbly? Because the interior walls are not straight. They've been worn. I'm not pushing down at all. So it removes a little material. This thing can cut off too much very quickly. So this pin isn't as tight as the other, as the B string. Kind of got to push it, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's see this one. Same thing as the high E string. See how wobbly it is again? Same thing needs to be done with the violin tuning pegs every now and then. And then you need to plug them. You also need to shave the pegs. So this is not like going to a restaurant and saying, hey, I'm paying, the portions are very small, I want more. Here, we want to remove less, not more. So that's how you get your money's worth in this case, not by removing more, but by removing as little as possible. I need an auxiliary light. Now they all look at this to be at the same height. And here's the thing, we can always remount more, okay? But not the other way around. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to take a break. Because what happens next is a fret job. Not much. I am going to polish the frets. We want them to be nice and shiny. I'm going to check all the frets to see if there are any uneven frets. If so, it'll be just minor. We're just going to kiss them a little bit with a fret kisser maybe, if at all. And then we put the strings on. And are we done? We're done, yeah. So, not to forget the coconut oil. But that's it. Yeah. I can't believe it. I'll take a short break. I need to take more mental break. So, we are back in the safe zone here. Okay, all the risky work is behind us. Now, there is this question of the bridge plate. And there's a small possibility that we might want to shave off more on the base side of the bridge. Not sure. So again, we want to do as little as possible. So if the string is buzzing, then yes. But if not, then no. Because the saddle is really low on the bass side. That's the way the guitar aged. It is an old guitar. And it's been through some repair or maintenance work. Okay, kids. Let's see. The usual suspects are here. Fictionado Rami and Jeffrey. And James Reese, who says, smash the like button. So let's see. 8 watching, 5 likes. So, what's up, guys? All right, this was not a very action-packed video or live stream, but it's not a something you commonly see on YouTube, how it's done. So I hope it was useful. And if it was, then you can smash the like button. And now there's 9 people watching. So the 9th person does have the opportunity to watch the replay, right? Okay, friends, I'm going to take a short break. Like it if you liked it. If you didn't, find another channel to watch. You can also buy me a coffee because there's no super thanks yet, so you can do that. There's a link to buy me a coffee. Thank you. And what else? I'll be back in a few minutes, maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes to be realistic. Okay, how about that? Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.